Hey, y'all. Welcome to Overflow. I was about to say session whatever, summer Bible study, but that is not what we're doing.
And it's fall.
And it's fall. We've had our first cold snap, so
Do we look
it is
fall?
officially fall.
This is the week before Thanksgiving, if you're like watching the video way later. So
Yeah.
We're just Thanksgiving-y.
Yeah, we're ready for it. I am ready for it. So, no, this is actually, we are coming to y'all because this time of year we get to attend Lifeway's Leadership Forum in Nashville, Tennessee. Actually, Hendersonville. It's a little bitty town outside of Nashville.
With a big old church in it.
With a big old church in it. It's a fun trip. We go every year. I think we figured up this was our 8th time, and Jenny and myself go. Myself and Jenny go.
We're twins.
And then of course we our women's leadership team, they tag along with us. We invite our ministers' wives because it's just a time for leaders, and let's tell them what it is, why we go, and some takeaways.
So it helps to equip you as a leader. And honestly, if you were a secular leader, you would get something from this.
Yeah.
But this is a faith-based, it's by Lifeway. And so everything is geared toward people who are day in and day out making disciples, sharing the word, leading people in Bible studies, standing on a stage, or just working from their house and having people over.
Yeah.
And so it encompasses a huge realm of leaders and everything. They have big speakers, we have big sessions, we have worship, and I mean, it's so good. And then we have breakout sessions where you have a variety of topics to choose from, and everything is geared toward equipping us as leaders. And then every year they choose a theme. So this year the theme was, it's not even on here.
Trustworthy.
And
Psalm 19:7.
Look, that's not even
I know, that's not
It's
even
on our sweatshirt, and I didn't think to bring that.
Yeah, and usually it is on the bag, which is why she's
But
looking
then they
at
were
the
also
bag.
like really championing the local youth ministry. We'll share a picture, I'll insert it here, that Pace and I took with a cute background on, because that's us.
Yeah.
Our local youth ministry. And that's why we go. Because,
Youth ministry.
I mean,
women's ministry.
did I say youth the whole time?
I was wondering where
It
she was
literally
going with
says
that.
women's. But also, like, I lead a girls' D group, and they equip me for that too.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
It's personal equipping. It's general ministry equipping.
It's specific.
Equipping. As Jenny said, there are multiple breakout sessions. It's a 2-day, an entire 2 days. We start at 8:30 and we don't end
Which
until
makes a
8
4-day
o'clock.
trip for us, because you want to come the day before because it starts bright and early and we couldn't drive in. So we always end up coming the night the CMA awards are. And so darn, we always have to go over there and have dinner. And every year we go see if we can see a famous person. And this year, tell them.
We did. So
we're on TV now.
We are. Yes, we'll be on TV.
Only Mama Kay, probably.
No, if she doesn't go to jail before
That's
then.
true.
But so we go to, what's the street called that's real famous? Is it Broadway?
Yes.
Okay, so we go to this street called Broadway in Nashville, and this is where the Bridgestone Arena is, and where a lot of your
I'm glad you're doing
restaurants, famous restaurants. And
we
so,
like Hattie B's, and
Hattie
this year we
B's.
ate at the food court thing upstairs.
Somewhere. So as we were coming out of that food court, it's kind of like a mall thing set up. There were all of these people crowded on the street corner, and obviously it's Nashville. We're like, what's going on? And so
we get in the crowd.
And rumors start flying that it is gravy. Lionel Richie, Carrie Underwood.
You see 3 black Suburban
and Luke
type.
Bryan. Yes, 3 fancy, shiny black Suburbans, all pulled up. They have the street blocked, obviously, and they're all pulled up at an angle on this street. And then you see these people with cans of like smoke, and they're spraying all of the smoke. And then they have these big lights that you see photographers using. And then all of a sudden, 3 people come out of their SUVs, and it is Lionel Richie, Carrie Underwood, and Luke Bryan, and they are obviously filming
American Idol.
And so, yes, we finally saw someone famous.
And Lionel Richie was super friendly. We were on his side.
He waved at us, you know.
He
hey,
said,
Lionel.
Hey, Jenny and Paisley.
Yeah.
You rock that Overflow. He's our new follower.
Yeah. And so, you know, in years past, the CMAs have been happening at the same time. This year it was not. They actually did not.
It wasn't that night?
It wasn't that night.
I thought it was because of the crowd.
No, it wasn't that night. But anyway,
better.
we finally got to see.
This is not our takeaway from our weekend, but it sure does.
It is.
Kick it off.
Yeah, it's fun because the trip. So like Jenny said, it's a 4-day trip for us. So we leave the day before. So we meet up around 8:00. We head out on a Wednesday morning, and we usually make a trip
I wear
to
my name tag also, just to show you.
Yeah, we get all kinds of fun
We
stuff.
have a wristband we have to wear that drives us crazy.
Yes. We stopped at Trader Joe's this year. I'm not sure where we ate. I can't remember. Oh, Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, Bistro.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I think it's called that
Yeah,
where I'm
it
from.
might-
but it is
might be.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I may have made that up.
So, anyway, you get there on Thursday morning, and if you have attended our women's conference, then a lot of our inspiration for our conference here locally comes from Forum. So you enter, and immediately you are greeted with bags that Jenny showed you earlier. It's got a lot of fun stuff in it.
People wearing matching shirts, and you're like, well, I need a matching shirt.
I know, we need a travel t-shirt. Oh yeah, a Forum shirt. So obviously the first thing we do is we rush to the Lifeway store. Because they
have a Lifeway store, and we don't have Lifeway anymore.
Yeah.
We know, in fact, we've been there enough to know, like, budget for this, bring money because you're going to shop, and your Lifeway store is open the whole time we're there at the conference. And so in between sessions and classes, we find ourselves shopping.
Yeah. But we do have it down to a science, because the first year we were there, we bought several things immediately in fear that they would sell out. And usually things do. Unbeknownst to us, though, we did not realize that some of the things that we bought, we got for free.
I mean, Bible studies, books.
So every time you entered what they call general session, you got a book. And it was specific to the speaker for the general session.
And in the past few years, we've gotten a book of the Bible. This is one of those journaling.
Notebooks.
And this one's Proverbs.
One year, Kelly Minter was the speaker. And if you know anything about Kelly, she loves to cook. And so she spoke. I don't know what the theme was that year, but we got that.
Having people at your home.
Yeah, it was hospitality. And so we got a very cute storage. Yeah, it was like Tupperware. So we get all kinds of things. So we love going. It
inspires us. It gives us ideas for future own conferences. We take what we like, and we're like, oh, we didn't like this part. Let's don't make me mingle with you know.
It fuels us. It rejuvenates. It fills our cup.
It does.
Which is why we want to do this video, because we are overflowing with Forum.
That's right.
And we want to just talk about it, because there are some takeaways that we brought back that we want to share with y'all, because they're just worth sharing. So, what else did we miss? Other than we eat a lot.
I guess I'll talk about, like, because we can shop Lifeway and we can flip through and look at the things. I brought a few of the things that I bought that we might see pop up in future things with women's ministry. We're praying about that.
I will just say stay tuned to some new things that are coming.
Yes.
So.
But honestly, my takeaways this year were very personal as a lead. I didn't know. I know to go. At this point, like, every year we kind of look at it, we look at the speakers, we judge a book by its cover, and we're like, ooh, I like that one, I like that one. And then a few years we haven't known the speakers, but we go anyway, and they never fail to bring God's word and to, pour into us. And so this year I hardly knew anyone. I think I knew the Ruth Chow Simmons lady. I follow her on Instagram, but I didn't even know her that well. And we decided to go anyway, and I don't know, this may have been one of the best ones that I had been to. I had such good takeaways. My breakouts that I chose were really, really good. And so I guess I'll just share a few things. They can be kind of personal, but I think you can apply them to you also. So remember, the theme was trustworthiness. And so each speaker kind of spoke on that. But from that theme, these are some things that I took away. So one lady, she spoke and she was sick. We didn't know. Like, she did an amazing job.
Yes, you never would have
We
thought
found
she
out
was sick.
afterwards.
Yes.
But she talked about leading through difficulty and trusting God with your emotional life also. And she shared very personal things she had been through. But she said, one thing she said was, with your secret groanings. This is Dr. Sarita Lyons, someone I didn't know. Now I would love to hear anything she says.
Yes.
Trust God with your secret groanings. Yes, he knows them, but he wants you to tell him about them. And so this was kind of about prayer. When we go through difficult times, like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I can like soul up and get quiet and turn into myself. And sometimes I even think, oh, God knows I don't have to give them to him. Well, we need that process. That reminds us to look to him and not look at self and look on the trial and what we're going through. So
and she also said,
him.
yes, and I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. But not to abandon your support team either. So I think that helps. Like you said, we tend to
turn into ourselves,
and we need to let others help us. I know that's hard for a lot of us. And then,
like, the thing about leadership, you don't get to quit leading even though you're going through a difficult time. And very much so, I've seen this within my small group. Like, I have come up here and sat in, we're filming in my Sunday school class, sat in my spot and just like, y'all, you're gonna have to help me today because I'm not okay. Like, I'm leading from a place where I'm not okay. But she encourages us to do that. She says everyone is good about sharing their mountaintops, but not so much the valleys. And as I thought about that, and as I looked to those words today, I think we've done a pretty good job within our women's ministry to start doing that. We have coffee and conversation, and I think that's a beautiful place to say, hey, you see me on Sundays, and that's the highlight reel. You may see me on social media, and that's the highlight reel of my life. But I'm a real person who has real struggles, and this is what I've been through. So,
yeah, and to add to that, because we have women sharing their story, and so many times after we hear women speak, we have several that come to us and say, you know, I struggle with that too.
And I thought I was the only one.
And I thought I was the only one.
Yeah.
And speaking of service, so Dr. Jeff Orge, I think that's how you say his name.
I-O-R-G. So now you know what to
you know, he shared some points with us as to what equals a trustworthy leader. And one of the 3 points, the last point he shared was service. And it just fits along with what you're talking about. We got to serve people like Jesus served people. We got to serve them for their benefit and not our own. So even when we don't feel like it, even when we are tired and life is messy, we still got to keep doing.
That's right.
One of the last things he said was get busy washing people's feet.
Yes.
You know, put people's needs first, showing love through action and not doing it just for your own recognition or reward. But we got to serve people like Jesus served people.
No matter where we are.
Yes, no matter where we are.
That makes me think, and of course this isn't forum, but what we're reading right now in our church reading plan, Joseph is in jail right now. And in prison, instead of going to the woe is me, I'm in jail, I was serving God and this is what I get, he sees another ministry opportunity while he's in jail. And Paul does the same thing. Like, they don't waste a second. I don't know if I would be that selfless.
Because Jennifer Rothschild was one of our speakers, and an amazing human being.
Yes.
And I didn't take many notes from her because I was just so
That's my
captivated by her. But she did say that we can trust God with what we have and what he's called us to do. And so speaking of Joseph and Paul, you know, they trusted God with where they were, even though being in prison, they didn't, like you
That's
said,
exactly what I took away.
go to themselves, turn into themselves. And you said this morning on Fun with the Duns, you or Dusty, one of you, talked about how they kept their eyes open for opportunity to serve someone else.
That's right.
Rather than just themselves.
Right.
And you think of Jennifer Rothschild, she's blind. So I don't know if you know who we're talking about, but she became blind at a very young age. And everything she speaks is right up here. She learns from all audio.
Mm-hmm.
She reads. She's just an amazing human.
Yes.
And so how fitting it is for her to make a statement as such, to trust God with what he's given you and what he's called you to do. Because she is just one of the most amazing speakers and teachers and authors of today in the Christian world, in the Lifeway world. So
and to hear a blind person say that God's grace is sufficient for me to bear the burden that he gives me to bear. I mean, apply that to your own whatever you're going through, but just to hear like if she can say that, then I'm going to be quiet. Like,
yes, I agree. Ruth Chow Simmons.
Loved her.
Yes,
she had such a cute outfit.
She did.
Look, this
she
is
did.
us at Forum. We're like taking pictures.
Yep.
Where did she find her necklace? You know, where did her cute shoes come from?
So, time out. You remember we went to Forum and it was the first year we heard Whitney Caps.
Yes.
And Whitney had on these big earrings. They were in the shape of like mine, but they were huge. And every time she moved, those things would clap and clank.
She had short, cute hair.
And she had short, cute hair. So we found her. We chased her down after she spoke and wanted to know where she got her earrings because we wanted some.
Yes. So.
And then, of course, we do have a picture to prove it if you're wondering if that really happened.
She's precious.
But yes, she really is.
And so Ruth Chow Simmons got up there, and actually I had the jacket. I own the jacket that she was wearing, and I'm like, I gotta get that out. Anyway, it's not about what they're wearing, but this is a girl conference. What I took from what she shared that day was, she said, sometimes it is hard to live out something that you don't see modeled. Sometimes God is calling you to live something out that there is no one to look to as the model for it. There's no one to look to as your mentor. And she said, maybe you're the one that's supposed to model it out. And so that is a very leader specific takeaway, but also I feel like everyone is supposed to be a leader if you're a God follower. We're the first follower of God, and people are supposed to be led by us to him, no matter if you're in ministry or not.
Yeah. She ended her message with a challenge. She said, choose to go first, be the example. Yes. And it was probably very close to what you just said in her message. And her topic was how to build a trustworthy community. And this inspired me with an idea that we kind of chuckled about earlier that you will be hearing about if the Lord confirms that. And so if so, then this is where that came from. But she said why we need to build a trustworthy community. It just builds people up. People need each other.
Yes.
Isolation can be very dangerous, and so it's important, just like Paul said, for us to encourage one another and build one another up. And then as a women's ministry, that is our passion, that is our mission, is to edify God, to exalt him, but also to encourage women and just build them up and to encourage them. And so and then our last speaker was Courtney Doctor. Now she had a breakout session.
Yes.
And so I liked her breakout session title, Teaching Through Discipleship. And, I think we kind of touched on that earlier, just helping one another grow in Christ likeness, just helping others to follow Jesus. And you're doing that. You are fulfilling that calling with your D group girls. And you just got to get real in your relationships with that.
And one thing she said that I took away, and I'm going to apply it to my own life, is when you're discipling someone, you set a game plan and you even set boundaries, because you can find yourself in a relationship, a discipleship relationship, and you are mentoring them and they're just hanging out. They're not making any changes. And so she mentioned, like, hey, say, okay, we will meet this many times a month for a year and then we'll reassess. Because I've been in those relationships where just read your Bible each day. It can be a verse. And if that person's not willing to take those steps, then what are we doing?
Right.
You know? So
Right.
I thought that was really good.
I did too. I liked that. So, but yeah, it was a
We could go forever.
great trip. We could go forever. We're reading from, we forgot to mention our manual.
And this does say trustworthy. I guess this is why I thought the bag said it, because it's the same kind of image.
Yeah.
So I kind of, where I want to land on is, one of my breakout sessions was talking about people who deconstruct their faith. They've decided they no longer agree with the Bible or with the evangelical Christian movement. And she talked about, her name is Marian Jordan Ellis, very, very good speaker.
I liked her.
And she said, do y'all remember that dress debate online? It was like white and gold. I can't remember.
I think you either saw it white and gold or blue and gold.
Okay. And everyone, it just depended on the person and what you saw it one or the other. And everyone's like, how do you see that? I don't see that. And so anyway, she said she just knew it was one of them until she found out from the creator, the dress designer, what color it really was. And she carried that metaphor onto God. And I think we're in the reading plan of Genesis right now. And if you question who you are, you have to go back to the creator. The creator gets to tell you who you are. He gets to tell you your identity. And that was just an illustration that I needed to hear. I see people all around us being tricked and deceived by Satan through the world and its tactics. And now it's trendy to turn away from the Bible and his word. And it's the only truth we have out there. It's the only firm foundation that does not change. Yes. So good stuff. A lot of it, another breakout, we landed on prayer. We have to go to church, and so we're trying to hurry. But it caused me to buy these books. And so the practice of prayer, that's an important one for any kind of spiritual warfare. The way of wisdom, I'm really excited. And do you see this Bible study? It's spiral bound. So I can't wait. We don't know. Maybe you'll see this in the future for some future plans. And then I got this for my D group, and this is what I'm actually going to go through this Christmas. We're not as a D group, but maybe next Christmas, because I like to do it first. Go first.
Yeah.
So
Be the example.
Lots of fun things.
It was a great trip. The Lord was obviously with us. We had absolutely no trouble. And it's just always fun.
And come back inspired and rejuvenated and ready. Like right now, we're in the works of our Christmas Prepare Him room. And we're super excited for that. It's like a mini conference. If you come to our conference, it's like a mini version. And we do it instead of December Coffee and Conversation. Yeah. So if you're local or around, come on. December 9th. Tuesday night.
Kelly Mentor, it will be a video simulcast that Lifeway puts out. So Kelly Mentor will be the speaker. We'll have some worship. We'll have some good snacks.
We're going to do a gift exchange.
Yes, lots of fun. So yeah, if you're local, if you're close to us, we invite you Tuesday, December 9th, 6:00. So
that's what we're overflowing.
Yeah. That's what's happening.
Right.
So, hey, y'all, we got to get to church.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all very soon.
Bye.
Bye.